Noel Skehan again. Out comes Noel with one of his solos. He's got it in front of the goal, but Noel Skehan is there. The great Noel coming out now with the ball stuck in his hurley. And here he comes with one of these great Noel Skehan clearances.
Is stair na hamána, níor bhain éanamró riamh amach an irid agus a bhain an cúlbáire Noel Skehan ó Chialchaine.
A great save again by Noel Skehan. Oh, this is a great goalkeeper indeed.
Idir 1963 agus 1982, bhuaig Noel Skehan 9 mán Éireann agus 7 grad am All-Star.
And again he saves the ball. Again he saves it. Noel Skehan, I don't know which of them is going to be king, Noel or Christie.
Deirtí go minic go raibh friochtán mar chamána aige. Péní é ba bheag slitar a chuig Harris.
To put the ball out. Noel Skehan looking worried.
Tás Noel Skehan in níos in ruhad bnéad sna dachadaí agus na caigadaí. Táil an na múchalí óga eile sa cheantar, cha sé óige a chur bar feabhais alaíonn an chamáin.
In here in this lawn here in Five the Ring, that's where I first caught a hurl in my hand. And it was an aunt of mine who showed me how to hurl and how to catch a hurl and how to rise a ball. Her name was Philomena, Mina for short, that's what they call her around here. And that's where I first learned the game of hurling. First of all, she taught me how to hold the hurl and hold it right. Secondly, she showed me how to roll lift a ball, and then she showed me how to jab lift the ball. 3 very important things in my life.
Dimir ó uncail Dan Kennedy dus na cait I roinn cluichí canis Éireann idir 1946 agus 1950.
Kilkenny determined to regain Ireland's premier hurling honour.
He was a fierce hurling man altogether, and he was all the time on to me about hurling and playing with your left hand and your right hand and don't be concentrating on one hand. And he had a big influence on my career, really. Like, I progressed from here out to here. It's what they used to call the middle of the ring. So all the guys that lived in the houses around, we used to be out here hurling morning, noon and night.
Well, Bennisbridge were probably one of the best club hurling teams in the 50s and 60s. They had a fantastic record, which translated into the Kilkenny hurling team, of course.
Nuair a bhí mise óg, bhí foireann ag dríthe Bennéad ag Bennisbridge, agus táim cinnte nach raibh foireann cosúla in éon áit sa tír. Sin an tradiisiún a bhí ann nuair a bhí Noel óg agus sin an cúis go raibh sé go raibh an sim ag gceith ann sa na maint agus go raibh sé có speisialta agus a bhí sé.
Éan irin bith a bhíon cúlbáire chumá le Noalacha bíon an táló agus bhí Bennisbridge an láidir ins na chuigedaí agus na seascadaí nuair a bhíidir a bóchaint créimhacha Kilkennig agus bhí Noel mar buntáiste ollmhóracha mar éon am a bhíidir faoi bhrú is cosúil go raibh Noel ann chun an dain séir a stoppa.
Since that, like, he's always been there supporting the team and at the moment I think he's involved in the team and he's certainly involved in the young players in Bennisbridge. So he's put back an awful lot into his club.
Between here and Woodlawn, there's 24 or 25 All-Ireland senior hurling medals. You have Liam Clear, Seamus Clear, Paddy Morden, John Kingsley, Jim Tracy, Pat Lawler, myself. So it's a good amount of medals in a small area.
Hurling final in Croke Park, Dublin. Before the senior game, boy hurlers from Kilkenny and Tipperary fought for the minor trophy for the 4th year in succession.
In 1962, hosting Noel amach sa chúl leis a bhfuir minúr.
Kilkenny were going for 3 in a row against a Babs Keating-powered Tipperary minor team. And Noel was on goal and he really stood out. And I remember saying to myself, when Ollie retires, we have another lad coming.
Noel, like, was an exceptional miner. And Noel had a talent and a vision that he wanted to be number one.
It's one thing being a sub to the best goalkeeper within your county, but it's another thing being a sub to the best goalkeeper in Ireland. And then when you go and try and take over from that, you're trying to replace a keeper, the best in Ireland, not the best in the county. So it was a big job, and it wasn't an easy job, I can assure you.
In Waterford's first attack, goalkeeper Ollie Walsh showed that he was in fine form in saving from film grounds. Before Eddie
His
Kerr,
mother
the
was
other-
a cousin of famous Ollie Welsh. So Noel and Ollie Welsh, who in fact kept goal for Kilkenny for almost 30 years, were in actual fact second cousins.
the mightiest hitter of a hurley ball in the country, Kilkenny's star goalkeeper Ollie Walsh.
Ach farir bhí sé ná an bharróg a bheith mar unadaí dá chul cethir Ali Welsh. Ar a mín se a bhí sé ó 1963 go 1961 feidir bhí Ali ar faic na himmartha.
Haspáin sin beidir cé có deonghailte is a bhí sé chun áite áil ar an bhhuireann, mar deirtar gur áite an uignach é a bheith gimmar sa chúl ach ní dóilm go bhfuil sé le cho huignach is atá an áit ar an mínse de unadaí don unadaí don chúl go mórmór. Bíonn tú a súil beidir go nnéanthach an cúl bar a butún nó go agus go bhaíoh tú féin do cheans chun dul isteach sa chúl. Ach clíse leis an íireacht ar fenna blianta.
I was a sub-trolley for the best part of 10 years. Now, I was bound to pick up something from him after 10 years, unless I'm a slow learner altogether. But he was a big influence on me, really. But he was a bigger man than me, and he'd deal with the ball a lot different than I would, like high balls, low balls. So I had to have my own way of dealing with him as well.
You can only be yourself. You can't be no one else.
And the game is on.
Ar deire hir ben Noel féin bhí idir na cúlaí 1962 agus ní bhhain san ach ben captéine ag le cenis na haireann a gine chorcaí.
If you're to worry about the goals you let in and worry about what people will say about you, when you let him in, you never play on goal. And there'd never be a goalkeeper playing, to be quite honest.
And Noel Skehan is there. The reincarnation of Ollie, that one.
Is cuibanlam seachtú dó mar bhí Ollie Welsh tar éis a bheith sa chúl ar feadh na blianta agus léach olmhór a bhí in Ollie I gríthe lucht leanúna gúil chuinnig. Agus nuair a tháinig Noel isteach sa chúl faoi dhearre, is cosúil go raibh brú mór air.
He has a tremendous dedication to the game. I mean, even for his training, he had a very fixed routine for training before matches. He went in the night before every important match that he was playing and played squash for 30 minutes to sharpen his reflexes.
Tipping it into Mick Malone. Mick Malone is done a great save. Oh, what a save. Noel Skehan, the wonder goalie.
Is cinnte gur chur corcaig anna bhrúar Noel an láisin.
It was an 80-minute game now, this was a long game, I could tell you, 80 minutes. I can remember distinctly Cork taking the lead, and I suppose with 20 minutes to go, Cork were 7 or 8 points ahead.
Yes, it's him again. Out goes Noel Skehan. But he's beaten by Pat Hegarty. He gets it back to Mick Malone. Mick Malone across into the centre. And a shot that's low and hard and a goal! A goal there. Pat Dillon just put
And I can remember Eddie Kerr getting a goal from under the Hogan stand. I can still see that. It's quite a long time ago now, but I can still see it.
follow up by Liam O'Brien. Liam O'Brien for Kilkenny up along the wing. Eddie Kerr grabbing that ball.
For Eddie Kerr, cool and we hon taobhlín a bhí sé géirí an slitter a chur thar an drasnán.
And a goal! Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
A chuis sé steach sa chúl agus deithrig an cluiche go thumláin.
And from that on, Kilkenny took over, and Kilkenny won by 7 or 8 points then, the end of it, like, you know. It was a game of, it was a lot of hurling, I can tell you, in that 80 minutes, like, you know, there was, I was kept fairly busy now in that game, I can assure you that.
4 goals and 10 points for Cork. 115 for Kilkenny. But as they say in show business, you ain't seen nothing yet. Or would you try for a goal? Here he comes. He's going for a goal. And he's got it! Ball back to Mick Malone. Mick in towards the goal mouth. Doubled down by Sean O'Leary. But he doesn't quite connect.
Bhí mé sé gimmert leis na míór I seachtó dó láúntaach a bhí am mar bhí an bua ag an gairann an lá sin agus cuimhníam an an clé sin sure dimmer Noel go hanwa her fad captain úntaach agus coolbar úntaach a bhí an ar an lá sin.
I remember going up to Hogan stand to pick up the cup, and I actually had a cup in my hand before I realised you have to say something here, you know. So people when you win an All-Ireland, people are not worried what you say, to be quite honest. You could say anything at that stage once you win it, like, you know. So.
One of the fittest men on the field today, the referee, Mick Slattery, who will cover as much ground as any 10 men on this field.
Bhí an tarna bán éireann mar chuailbáire olar go Noel Skehan ar 63, ach bhí cílchinne búilte go donna ag gortathe.
It wasn't a great day, it was wettish, windish and hard enough to hurl, but look, it was the same for Limerick.
Druch lá bhí ann. Bhí an báiste go titim go trám an lá go léir.
And it's high and it's over the bar.
Bhí sé Jackar ar éon duine I mainte immert ar an lá, mar bhí na canílacha an don ar fada.
Noel Skehan shined the ball for the puck out. Joe McKenna. Oh, a lovely, raking, piercing shot in towards the goal net. Ray pulls on it, the referee. Gone right down there too, but Noel Skehan is there with the ball, and Noel.
In I know in the báistí, níor scaoil Skehan an sliotar an líon go luas a chluthe.
And he's recovered, he's beaten two Kilkenny men. He's got it in front of the goal, but Noel Skehan is there. The great Noel coming out now with the ball stuck in his hurley. And here he comes with one of these great Noel Skehan clearances.
I suppose if I had one complaint that day, I suppose it would have been the goal that was scored. It was more like a pushover try than a goal.
Liam O'Donoghue for Limerick. Being chased now by Pat Henderson. Into the centre to Frankie Nolan. Frankie Nolan on the 21, on the 14. A shot, and it's blocked down. Noel Skehan is bottled into the goal. The ball is in the net, but yes, it's a goal. It's wet now. The referee has gone up. The ball is in the net. I don't know who scored it.
Hannig an sliotar isteach, cóngrach do chúl chuilcuinnig agus rinne Noel íirecht brethir, ach is cosúil gur hánig le de iran limní isteach in a bhólach air.
Blocked down. Noel Skehan is bottled into the goal.
I ended up in the back of the net with about 6 or 7 or 8 other people in it as well.
The referee has gone up. The ball is in the net. I don't know who scored it.
It's a mystery to know how the ball got in, but it got into the net. And I couldn't believe it when the flag was being put up.
The whole forward line seemed to get it in. Referee has consulted his umpires. It's a goal for Limerick.
That goal wouldn't be allowed now, that's for sure.
Bhí sé buile mar Cap Noel nach ceart comíoch an cúlán agus níor bhaithis nuair a bhí scóráil in aig féin éonúair mar sin an slí go raibh sé chomach agus mar a bhí sé.
Ní léon dáta má aigine ach gur chomhraigh an cúl sin go mór le limnach.
It's Liam O'Donoghue. Wrapped with Limerick now. Into where Noel Skehan is spotted into the goal. But no goal. Shoots and sends it into the goal mouth where it goes into the chest of the waiting Noel Skehan. And Noel, with all the confidence in the world, taps the ball out to the waiting Pat Lawler. 30 yards out. Slow, hard hopping ball, and Noel Skehan scooping it out under pressure.
Cé go dhéon Skehan dainde na becha héile cúil, ba ag limnach a bhí an bua.
Away since 1940. And the All-Ireland final is on. Eamon Grimes for Limerick.
An bhliaon dar giún, díl cílchinne ar faice chrócaigh agus iad máte ar díaltas a bhainteach.
The first score of the game.
Well, we were coming back in to play Limerick again, and Limerick were going for 2 in a row, and we'd be going for 2 defeats in a row. That in itself was bringing its own pressure. Also, we wanted to turn the tables on Limerick after the beatings the year before.
Dick Brennan. And Pat Hartigan going down for that one. Willie Fitzpatrick now for Kilkenny. And it's the goal! And he sends it into the goal! Hayden Purcell in on the full forward line. And they're trying these high the goal. Pat Hartigan's
An talan is mó a bhí ag nol. Ní hamháin go raibh sé go hianta chun an lírád a stoppa, ach bhí an scilaige chun an slitar a smachtú agus é a chuiméid cóngarach leis. Agus is talan speisialta é sin. Bhí sé anthapaigh freisin, tháinig sé machas an chúil go hanthapaigh agus glan sé an slitar go hána ada síos na park.
Out comes Noel with one of his solos.
If Noel could see the ball, I mean, sometimes in a match, as you know, he might be onside, but if Noel can see a ball, very hard to get it past him.
The first one, and there's Noel. You see the way he got his stick to it and just brought it out that little bit. To Pat Lawler, and there goes the final whistle. And Kilkenny are the All-Ireland champions of 1974, deservedly so, brilliantly so, with the score 3 goals and 19 points to Limerick's 1 goal and 13.
We hold our breath till the morning it comes.
Sa bhliain 1975 imríoch an chéad le ceanna 16 agus bliain leis a bheith inar tháinig foireann láideach an cín ríist ón Gailibh. Ach bhí cíl chuine thóir an tarna craobh as a chéile.
And Noel Skehan saving a bullet there, as he's quite capable of doing. That's Noel, just for having a close look at him now, this really brilliant goalkeeper.
Bhí 1968 ann sal fréad na cuid chluthe ceannis na hhéir na ríist. Bhí Noel 33 bliain díos féin drása agus é fósaigh me go díal in ainoin 3 chraobh as a chéile a bheith buaite a corcaig.
The longer you stay on and the older you get, the harder you have to train. You see, you make a mistake in thinking that experience will get you through a game or something like that, but it wouldn't. The older you get, the longer you're there, the harder you have to train.
Ball in. Noel Skehan outside his parallelogram. It's saved! It's saved!
Fannin cool by them are fannin sheet man there for being sheet zero got two dun could have more. Studying is not for that the stacker cool by there.
Leading clearance by a happy Noel. The referee calls for the ball and the game is over.
I'd say part and parcel of what kept Noel at it is the environment in which he lived in. Kilkenny City is a hurling city. Big clubs are dominated with hurling clubs. And Noel was living in that environment. It was very easy for Noel to continue and prosper in that environment. So, why Noel kept going is no surprise to me at all.
Here come Kilkenny, Brian Cody.
An tácht gur fad a bhí an go raibh Noel ag immert mar cúil bar ag an am sin mar bhí an taithí ag an am sin agus ceanara a bhí ann.
Noel Skehan on the left there. Noel, one of the great hurling goalkeepers of all time.
Bhí mise ag immert mar lán cúlaí agus bhí nolig sa cúil agus, bhí job le déanamh ag an bertagoing agus bhí anna muoín ag am I Noel agus bhí mé abalta an slitar a cumad isteach dó an Tom Gael agus bhí éas agam cadí dhéanach sé agus bhí éas aige cadí dhéanach mise.
And the game is on, way out the field now. Noel Skehan. Noel Skehan going...
Well, I felt coming into the game that I was playing pretty well, to be honest. I was pretty sharp and I didn't feel under any pressure or anything like that. I remember 1 or 2 from Jimmy Barry Murphy now in particular.
This is Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy Barry going through. He takes his shot. Noel Skehan saves it and gets it out. A long clearance to this side of the field. Jimmy Barry up to the wing. The shot in Erie, and that's blocked by Noel Skehan the first time.
The backs kept him under pressure. They made him strike the ball, and probably they were striking the ball under the pressure. Then they couldn't pick out a spot to push the ball away,
And Noel Skehan gets it up quicker than you can say. Noel Skehan.
I suppose more than anything else that I controlled it fairly well. It wasn't the case that I stopped it and went off the hurl. I controlled it and cleared it, which was good as well. Another from Shawnee O'Leary, I can remember. And I was down on my knees at the time, actually, probably praying, but however.
And the referee calling for the ball and wanting a free out to Noel. And here now is Jimmy Barry Murphy. A shot, and Noel Skehan is there.
Bhí Skehan an a bha chun seasamh san áid ceart, nó rinne sé sais, rinne sé na stóháil, but bhí sin an, mar a defa, an siomh ceart a hógant, rimine cearnóig a right, bhí sé sinnige
And they can't get it past him.
agus an dara rud a bhí ige níos mó na mórán cúlbáil ná nuair a bheith fáil dul isteach bhí sa gut. Go raibh sí hón mar is minic daoine ag tata isteach agus de fóisiad sunk máth glúine agus de chuoinigh siad dul isteach go raibh scín ag fannach lo. Roinn cúlbáil rinne siad an stopan agus mar sin de, but níl siad mar a defa physiciúil, but bhí scín physiciúil chumá.
Anna Congarach le deirn cluiche, bhí tusathe corcaí a géirí cúla áil agus bhí Noel a stopáil gachaí le rud a tháinig ina srá. Agus ní raibh cúpla nóid fáchas a cluiche agus bhí sé tar éis ceann eile a stoppa. Nuair a tháinig rud éigean síos an terrace taobh hir de.
The watch that the referee has is the same as mine.
Chonnig sé gur úl a bhí ann.
Oh, put out the apple now.
Agus fiúch sé sús an túla agus chuir sé seach sa líon táine. Agus ag deir an cluiche nuair a bhí gachród hart agus bhí duine éigean ag chur agla ar Noel agus ceistíocha é faoin achtra agus dúirt sé, well, nuair a chunig mé dúirt mé féin gur úl maithe bhí ann agus choméid mé é ónas go mé abal é a níos déanaí réig sa tránána.
And there goes the final whistle, and Kilkenny are the All-Ireland champions of 1980.
And there's more a cuinín faoin nó Skehan an Cumán a bhí ige. Right, was it 8-2 agus 8-3 go háir ag mí de bhí bhí an Cumán go mór le tennis racket ige, you know.
Noel of the frying pan hurling.
Agus in dhéag sin thosaigh nó réitóirí ag teachta isteach ag de bhí tháinig riail isteach gus cum lúcla scoil, so his reaction like okay de bhí réitóirí teachta isteach na seomí festas le tós de bhí fruchtán aige mar a defa mar Cumán.
And out in the centre of the field, Noel Skehan having a word with referee Daly Duggan. Noel Skehan, one of the great hurlers of all time. A man who has played in 7 All-Ireland finals. He's won 5 of them. And in addition to having those 5...
Ní raibh mór an cúlbáire eile timpeall na háite an óm a dúsáid Cumán chomór leis an gceann a bhí ag Noel.
And giving Noel Skehan every assistance with the puck out. And the line, Jimmy Barry Murphy. In towards the goal mouth, and it's a save there, a save by Noel Skehan. The pressure on the Kilkenny defence now. A whip ball by... Oh, great save there by Noel Skehan. A whip ball by Kevin Hennessy. This ball is out to the far side of the field. Referee has called for the ball, and Kilkenny are the champions.
Ba é a mó úntaach an éidir cochta trí an chléad déirnach a dimmer Noel de Kilkenny.
Rough corkstorm in the finish. When I say rough, the hard one.
Well, tá négin de bhain ile éire ag Noel Skehan is écht íontach é sin. Agus ní dóilm go darlach sé rís chuithe go mbeadh aon duine ag immert ar feadh an méid sin de bhlianta. Ó lár na 60daí nuair a tháinig sé steachar an banéil ar dús go dtí lár na 80daí nuair a chríochnaigh sé.
You see, when I was growing up here, remember, the pitch wasn't there now.
Oh, I see, yeah.
The pitch was over here with the church.
I enjoy his openness in relation to other counties, and particularly my own. He had always been of immense help and encouragement, particularly like the Tipperary that I've been part of for the last couple of years. And despite our great differences in the past and the great rivalry in the past, there's a camaraderie between us, like of our generation, that you know, we certainly want to see each other prosper.
And another time the pitch was crossways across this way till they bought this ground and they developed the pitch here.
He would have made a huge contribution to all those successes that Kilkenny had over that period. He had outstanding games, not alone in the All-Ireland finals that he played in, but in Leinster finals. Noel would have played a huge part in enabling Kilkenny to get from there into All-Ireland finals and then play, have outstanding performances in All-Ireland finals as well.
What advice have you got for the young hurlers of Ireland, lad?
Well, my advice to any young hurler or anyone interested in the game would be, number one, they must have dedication. Secondly, they must practice. And, you know, if they're dedicated and practice enough, I have no doubt about the amount of work that they put into the game to get it out of it.
Well, finally, Noel, any truth in the rumour that you're retiring?
I didn't hear the rumour.